Hello and welcome to Stack Bounty. I'm DM. Today we're going to go and check out the announcement from that special AI Chrome extension for ChatGPT called AIPRM. They just made an announcement for premium plans and we're going to go check it out, see if it's worth the hefty price tag and does the functionality fall short or provide great value. Let's take a look at the announcement. There we go. All right, so AIPRM Premium for ChatGPT. They made this announcement March 16, so about a day ago. And, it's very kind of disappointing in what they're offering and the pricing on my first impression. Let's take a look, okay? Today, we're thrilled to announce the launch of AIPRM Premium for ChatGPT with premium plans for the early adopters. Soon we'll be rolling out these game-changing features to even more users. Let's dive right into what they have to offer. So now they have an option for account linking your ChatGPT account to your Chrome extension. They added verified prompts to it. So these are prompts that the staff at AIPRM is going to actually look over and approve. Then they have the long-awaited favorites list. So this feature is so critical. I don't even understand why they never even launched with this to begin with. When you're dealing with a repository of thousands, like almost 2,000 prompts, it's a no-brainer that this should be something that would help you sort to the most useful ones for your use cases, right? They've also added a feature to hide prompts, which I feel like is so pointless that you're going to sit there and go through hundreds and hundreds of prompts to hide them. It makes no sense. The only scenario I could see that this might be useful in is when you have a specific search term that you use in the Chrome extension. So for example, say outlines, right? So you put outlines in the search and a bunch of other, prompts show up and you might want to eliminate some of them to hide them, make it less clutter. But it still seems pretty pointless. You could also create a private list. We'll have to dig deep into that and see what that's all about. User quotes for data stored for users, including the private prompts. They're giving quotas now for how much data you could store, which is, another ridiculous limitation in my opinion. Custom power continue. So now you're able to edit the continue message. Again, kind of pointless. It doesn't add huge value, but I guess the more the merrier. Custom writing styles. They already provide so many writing styles by default in the free version. Again, it's not a game changer. Custom writing tones, again, same thing, not a game changer. So they also have this new thing called public prompts upcoming, right? We'll read more about that. Plans have, several tiers. So they have a basic, plus, pro, and legendary Titan plan, right? And we'll get into the pricing of that just soon. So they claim, the best part about it is if you're happy with your current AIPR experience, you get to continue to use it for free. But, they've severely limited, like they cut off the legs to using the free version, in a very fundamental way, to the point where, there's other options in the Chrome, Chrome store, which I'll get into if you stick around to the end. So let's see what you get with the free, right? You still have access to all the prompts, which is nice, right? It would be suicidal for them to, you know, mess with that aspect. But here's the biggie here, right? So, you know, in the Chrome extension, you're able to save your own prompts for your use case, and you know, be able to get back to them and easily, you know, get going, and not have to save it into an Excel sheet or something like that and copy and paste and, you know, do all that thing. Although that only adds, you know, a few seconds to your whole process if you had to do it that way. On top of that, now there's many other solutions that are providing a way for you to save your prompts and organize your prompts, right? But here they've decided, you know, that they're going to limit you to 2. Yeah, you heard it. 2 private prompts. That means you can only make 2 prompts in your account for free and save them, right? Which just deads, to me, just kills this extension dead in the water, right? It makes no sense to ever continue to use it, all right? So right off the bat, this is a big problem that I don't know how they're going to be able to sustain growth or continue to engage people who already use this extension. Because I know myself, I'm migrating to something else because this makes no sense at all. Okay? All right, so, you know, they also added this save a favorite prompt template. Okay, so you get to save one prompt template that you find exciting. At least, you know, saving grace, they haven't, you know, if you already had created a bunch of prompts and saved them, they're not taking that away from you, you know. So if you're an existing user and you have a whole bunch of them already, you're safe for now, I guess, until, you know, you might have to format your computer or something happens with your laptop, and then you're back to just 2 prompts. All right, so let's move on to the next section. Okay, they say they have almost 600. They have 630,000 users already onboarded on it. So it's a very popular, you know, extension. And I don't know. Right now they're just destroying the potential for this with greed. And we haven't even gotten to the greed yet because we haven't shown you the pricing on these plans. Okay. Let's see. They tell you, you know, the steps to connect your account. So what is account linking? The account linking is the first and the most crucial step in upgrading AIPRM Premium. Once the account linked is complete, you'll be able to work as a free user. So you have to connect now your account, if it's a brand new installation, to it to be able to continue to use it as a free user or a paid premium user, right? And they get into the what, you know, verified prompts is. I already discussed that, where they go and review that. Favorite ones, basically you'll be able to, you know, click on a favorite, you know, a star icon to save it as a favorite, and it'll appear here in your favorites list, right? And then this useless one also, you know, if you basically downvote to hide a prompt that you want to hide for whatever reason, right? And I don't know about you, but, you know, I don't know how many people have time to go through hundreds, you know, almost 2,000 prompts and bother to do this, besides that scenario that I introduced at the beginning of the video. Then there's the private lists, right? Custom prompt template lists, which is a nice addition, right? It helps you better organize your prompts that you've saved or created, which is nice. to help you with your workflow, especially if you're working on multiple different projects or different, large subsections of your workflow for your tasks. All right, it just goes through on how to create it. And so here's what are the quotas, right? Users quotas are limits for all data stored for users, including private prompts. This is again so ridiculous because I mean, the extension is just dealing with text, and text are the most basic level of data. They take the least amount of space up, on a server, and they're putting quotas on this. So it's a very interesting way they're going. I don't understand. Once upcoming public prompts reach their threshold of 5 votes, they won't be counted towards your quota. So there's a way for you to get, past the quota that you might reach having a premium account or a free account, and that's if you make your prompt public and it gets 5 upvotes. So I see where they're going with that, with the gamification and creating an incentive for you to, make all your prompts public, so you get the votes and don't have to deal with this limitation, right? And there's the private prompt limit. Moving forward, it'll be possible for a linked account to store 2 private prompts templates and 1 public template. This is so ridiculous. So they went extreme. It was unlimited on the free version. There was no limit on how many prompts you could save or create and save in your extension. This data also could be all saved locally. So this limitation is such an artificial thing to just force a subscription, right? Instead of limiting, they should have added value, created new value that makes you want to pay for it, instead of taking away things. Taking away things, it never often doesn't work out well for you. All right, let's keep going. Stats, right? So it's fascinating to see. Okay, this is their logic on why they've gone with their plan settings and what they're offering on free, right? They say that around 1% of users did not create a prompt for themselves. 1% of users did create private prompts for themselves. Sorry, so they're saying only 1% of that 630,000 create private prompts, right? And then 0.3% of them create between 3 and 4 private prompts. 0.23% of users create 5 to 10, so on and so forth. So they're basically saying only 18 users out of the 630,000 created more than 40 prompts. So I mean, if they apply this logic now, right? What does, okay, we'll discuss that further when we get to the premium. But you could see how frustrating this decision is to me, and the way they're going, it makes no sense. All right, it's just, maybe they just got strapped for cash, or feel like they need to create a cash cow ASAP and trying to milk the situation for the most they can. But this is not something that is creating a path for long-term sustainable success for them, in my humble opinion. Okay, so next thing, private list limits, right? The number of private lists, as well as the numbers of items per list, have a quota depending on the account plan. Free and account linked users get 1 list with 1 item. Everything above needs to be at least a basic plan. Pro plans get to keep 5 lists, 16 items. Such low limits is just mind-boggling, right? Private custom power continue. So this is where you could create your own little continue message, customize it, instead of just continue please. And these presets that already exist. There's several presets that already exist. You could also create another one. I don't know about you, but okay, we'll get to the pricing plans. That's the big reveal, guys. So just keep watching because it gets really, really ridiculous. Next thing, from the Pro plan, you can add your custom power continue prompts. Okay, we discussed that. Results are adding a custom power continue. Yeah. Private custom writing styles. Again, there's a huge list of like already built in. And, they're making this a premium thing to add your own custom one. Like, let's keep going. Private writing tone. Again, there's tons of them already that you could select from, right? In the app. And, you could create your own custom version of them. But, I mean, there's already so many to begin with. I don't see the huge pressing need for this. Okay, so increased public prompts upcoming. Okay, are you tired of waiting for your prompt templates to gain traction? Are you frustrated with only being able to have upcoming public prompts templates with less than 5 votes? Well, we have great news for you. They're giving you an option now to streamline your upcoming public prompts process with one of the paid plans. All right. And okay, so now we finally get to the pricing plans. All right. Like my eyes go straight to this, right? The Pro plan, right? ChatGPT itself costs $20 a month, right? And this Chrome extension, which is basically at this point a glorified organizer of your prompts and inspiration for prompts, wants the same amount of pay as ChatGPT. I don't know if they did the formula and the math there. It is their Pro plan, but let's take a look at what the Pro plan offers, right? 40 private prompt templates. Remember, originally you had unlimited prompts, right? So even on their Pro plan, they're not providing you with unlimited prompts to that you could create. I don't know why they need to create such a limitation. It really, frankly, doesn't make sense because, the data requirements for text, storage of text on a server is so minimal. Like 630,000, all those users could be, stored on a $50, $100 a month private, VPS or private server for text-based data. Like it's ridiculous, but they felt like they needed to limit it that way. All right, so let's look at the basic now. The basic gives you 4 private prompt templates, power continue, community prompts. The plus plan, which is $5, gives you 10 private templates. All right, you even limit the amount of templates you could hide from your view, which is I don't know. They should have talked to the community, figured out what they should have figured out what are some features that people really, really want and are willing to pay for by talking and engaging to the community. And but this feels like they just woke up and rolled out of bed and just threw things at the wall and decided to just cripple what they were offering originally and putting a price on like an incremental gain. Like, why would anyone pay $2 for 4 private prompts, right? When there's way more other solutions, right? This, frankly, should have been their highest plan, right? That should be Pro for $5 a month. I could see people, like, they could sell a lot at that price point, right? And you just do the math with 630,000, even if they got, heck, they got 1,000 signups, you're already looking at something decent, but it's most likely, 50,000, 100,000 if they had this with at least these feature sets, right? Highly disappointing, and I don't know who would buy this Titan one, which is $500 a month. Okay, become a AIPRM Titan support. I'm speechless. I'm very speechless. Right? That's great for the thumbnail. Now, another very interesting thing they did was get rid of the Facebook community, right? They moved it off of Facebook to their own platform, which is this, right? They have it on their own new forum. And I guess this is a way where they could, more tightly control any of the narrative. And it's interesting how the timing coincides with the release of their their premium plans, right? Usually, when you release a premium plan, that should cause excitement, not dread. But, let's look at how people actually reacted to this, right? So this is one of the threads that I pulled up, right? Price for premium. Someone asked, Florence C. VC asked, are these the final prices? I really like the tool, find it very useful, and I've been using it from the very beginning, but the price is at the same as ChatGPT, just like I was saying earlier. I'm not going to even say that, right? Pretentious. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think it offers the same value as ChatGPT. I agree. And by far indeed. And also this person was saying about $5 for the pro version they would be willing to pay, Here's another person says, my understanding is that when I log in previous, okay, this is just talking about what they had going on. So let's see for their response, right? I think this is one of the founders, right? And I mean, this is crazy attitude right there. I don't know if that's the smartest way to respond to community, like legitimate community concerns, right? So they said, we very much expected that the mind-blowing AIPRM will quickly be topped down the moment we wanted to be paid for our hard work and huge upfront investments. That's not what this user was saying. They were not saying that you should not charge anything. They're saying the value is not there at these price points. It makes no sense. I thought $5 they would be getting subscribers all day. And I think this was one of the mods or founders of this script that caused the situation of them, moving away from their Facebook group. All right. And this Facebook group had 3,000 members. They're saying their membership base is over 600,000. So I guess not that many people were even using it, but it was fairly active, as you could see as I scrolled through this. So that person got banned on Facebook apparently, and they had to move off the channel. Okay, so here we go. Thanks very much for your honest feedback and perspective, and how these plans do not fit with your usage. That's also incredible value for tool developers. Okay, as you probably noticed, we've had a pretty constant stream of requests for new features and functionality, and quite a lot of those will involve a need for even more processing power, data storage, time across the hundreds of thousands of users' accounts, right? We get that. right? And technically it doesn't need to be. You could store all that data and do the processing locally on each individual device, just to put it out there, right? They're deciding to go this route because there's more money, more money involved in going this route, which I don't blame them for, right? The whole purpose of any business is to generate revenue for their founders and stakeholders and provide value to the stakeholders. Okay, however, big the dream, but basically they're just, he says basically here, you could pause the video and read it. It just says it's very expensive business, right? And that 1% all improv in a single private prompt. We're not likely to get 500,000 media purchases, yada yada. Anyways, this is a mess. Okay. What I suggest is you go into the Chrome web store and just put in ChatGPT prompt, and you'll find other pretty successful plugins that are still completely free with no limitations on how many prompts you save. Right? So one of these is called ChatGPT Prompt Genius. I'll put the link for it in the description and you could go check it out. But this one has pretty neat tools. You could even save your whole conversation with ChatGPT. You could save your prompts, have the templates ready, and it does a bunch of stuff that the other one doesn't do. But it's also missing some of those things that AIPRM does. But again, there's free options, so I personally see no need to be paying these prices for such low limits, right? It's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, I don't want to drag on this video too long. Let me know what you think about the prices. What are your thoughts? Do you think this is worth going and subscribing, or do you agree with me and feel like this is such a money grab and they're not providing enough value in the premium plans and they just crippled the free extension? And well, until next time, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, share this video with people. Help me grow, right? On the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. Take care.